Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today, as you can see, I'm in a new place. This is my new home. I moved in with some friends, so I have a new bedroom. I got a bookshelf, and it looks really cool. It's on this side. It looks really cool, so feel free in your free time to look at it. Got lots of cool stuff on there. And there's another shelf on top of that full of Marvel stuff that you can't see, but it's awesome. And I feel weird because I watched these movies 3 days ago, but I haven't been able to film them yet. Because my computer's being dumb. So right now with my internet issue, my computer's just not hooking up to it. So I'm filming it on my computer, and then I'm going to transfer the files to my laptop. Well, I'm going to edit it on this computer because I don't need the internet for that, hopefully. And then I'm going to edit it, or I'm going to upload it from my laptop, and that should theoretically work. So hopefully you'll be seeing this on the 20th, which is the day that I'm filming it. So hopefully you do get to watch this. But today we're going to be talking about Luca. Luca was released in 2021. It was written by Jesse Andrews and Mike Jones, and it was directed by Enrico Casarosa. That's a fun name to say. I love it. Just Enrico Casarosa. It's beautiful. So I kind of went into this blank. I've seen the trailer a few times, and I've heard a lot of talk about it, of course. And going into it, my brain was like, it's just another Pixar film. Which, yes, it is another Pixar film. However, that doesn't mean that it's bad. I mean, a lot of the Pixar films are really good, and I feel like they kind of get dished aside because they're just, they're very similar. And yes, this movie is very similar to the rest of the Pixar films. If you're looking for something completely original, this isn't really it. But regardless, it is incredibly fun. This movie is really, really fun, and it tugs at the heartstrings. I didn't expect to cry watching this movie. I don't cry watching almost any movie. I've only cried during 5 movies total. And I cried during this film. At the end of it, I was just like it was such a beautiful kind of happy that really tugs your heart. There's no spoilers here, but essentially the idea is that there's sea monsters, okay? And they can transform into humans when they are dry. And so this one particular sea monster named Luca finds a friend named Alberto, and Alberto likes to live on the land. So he talks Luca into going to the land, and then he does, and then he discovers that he likes the land a lot, and they want to go travel the world together. But soon he discovers this girl named Julia, who he really likes, and, she likes to go to school and, learn stuff, and Luca's, all the stimulus is whoa, it's crazy, and Luca's discovering that he likes to learn things, and he wants to go to school, and he wants to be a regular human, and this film kind of discovers for us, is it possible to integrate these two kind of species, which is also, it's a commentary on our regular life, right, where we have some racism, we have just the underdogs in general, which I do mention that specifically in the film, and we have, just other subgroups, right, I'm a nerd, okay, that's a clique, okay, I'm a nerd, I'm a film geek, okay, and it's the idea of what if they were to go to the athletic people and be like, hey, I want to be part of your club, and it is interesting, and it works well because while there are a lot of movies like this one, there aren't a lot right now that are coming out. This is the first one in a while that's just a feel-good comedy movie. There's really not a whole lot of sadness, and it's just a lot of fun, and it's a good animated film. And yes, it is a Pixar film, and there's a lot of lessons, and the lessons are good, if not maybe a little bit too pushy. I do think that Pixar likes to be well, it's not as bad as Peter Rabbit 2. If you want to look at that, that'll be the next video that I upload. But, a lot of Pixar films kind of blatantly tell you what the message is at the end of the film. They're and now you've learned this. And it's and this movie didn't really do that, but it kind of felt like it. Again, tune in for my Peter Rabbit 2 review if you want to hear about that. But I think that this movie does a really good job of, giving people the lessons that the goal is of the film, but also of just being a really fun film for a family, right? I'm 20, okay, and I really like this film. I think it's one of my favorite films I've seen this year so far, and I'm looking forward to more Pixar films coming out soon, but this one was definitely one that I didn't really know about, and I was really excited to see. There is a controversy going around, and I do want to talk about it. It's not really a controversy, more so than it's just true, that Disney execs put this on Disney Plus at no additional cost, and Pixar is upset about it. There is kind of a dispute talking about whether or not Disney and Pixar are going to collaborate after their planned projects. It is yet to be seen. I honestly think they're going to continue using Disney mainly because Disney brings in a lot of money. Although Pixar might be able to be their own thing at this point. I do believe that if Pixar were to be like, all right, we're going to do our own thing, they probably could succeed. But with the budget that they get from Disney, I mean, I feel like, the collaboration really works. Their movies are great. So I really don't think that Pixar is going to split off. I don't think they're going to do that. However, it is seemingly possible at this point. This is the only film that they have done that for Pixar so far, because if you watch Soul, you had a paywall. But this one, there's no paywall. You can just watch it on Disney Plus, which, by the way, if you want to watch this movie, it's on Disney Plus. Let's talk about some of the acting real quick in the film, which is just voice acting, but acting nonetheless. Starting with Jacob Tremblay as Luca. Now, he's a great actor, and something I do like about Pixar in general and Disney is they do select really solid actors to play even just voice parts, which I appreciate because, if you get somebody who's just sitting there talking, it's not going to be good. I'm imagining these people are really doing a whole lot of facial and a lot of body movements when they're talking, and you could feel it in the words. Specifically with Tremblay here as Luca. He really is just energetic and excited about things. There's this one scene in particular that I really liked where Luca's talking about learning, and he's like, oh, that's awesome, and it's in space, and those are stars, and it was really animated and really, really cool. I really liked it. I think it worked really, really well here. I do think he was pretty spectacular. I think he might have sounded a little younger than I think I would have liked, particularly because Alberto kind of sounded a lot older, and I think that the issue was that it's a huge separation in age, which I get the point is Alberto is supposed to kind of sound a little older because he's more of, the seasoned person, whereas Luke is kind of more shy and alone. But I do think that it works to a certain extent, but I think that maybe if he was a little bit older, it might have worked a little bit better, but that's okay. Jack Dylan Grazer as Alberto. I've repeatedly said I love Jack Dylan Grazer a lot. I really do like his acting, and he's a lot of fun. He's a freaking hilarious kid. And he's great here, too. I think that he was really, really good as a voice acting, which kind of surprised me, because I didn't really think it was going to be that good, and it really was. I was really impressed. I look forward to more from him. I really, really do. I think that he is one of the best upcoming stars in the business right now. I really do. And I think Jacob Tremblay also has a good shot. I do think that he doesn't give as many opportunities as Grazer does, because Grazer was in a lot of the very big popular stuff a couple years back, and now he's really propulsed himself into this teenage kind of career that is working, and honestly I think that very soon we will see him turn into a more of an adult career, and I think it will work for him very well, and he works really, really well in a voice acting capacity as well, which is quite impressive from somebody who's pretty young. And Emma Berman as Julia. Julia, this person that voiced her was 12 years old. That's crazy. And she was really, really good. There's nothing spectacular about her voice, but she was just really entertaining to listen to. And I think it brought something else to the character here that I think could have been missed out. And it could have been a missed opportunity here, because I think that this character is kind of dry and is an opportunity to be a very blanket kind of single character. But there's a lot underneath the skin there, and I think that it comes through in the acting here. The voice acting is really, really solid, and I was really, really impressed with the work. The rest of the acting is really, really good. I have no issues. I know that there's a lot of really popular voice actors in this, and a lot of really popular regular actors in this that are really, really good, and I was really impressed with it. Overall, I watched this on my TV. I didn't actually go to. I think it only is available on Disney Plus, but I watched it on my TV, and it was really good. It was actually the last film that I saw on my old TV. Now I have a giant 4K television. You can't see it because my room is bigger now, so you can't actually see my entire bedroom. But I think that it was a really good film, and it's a really good film for families, so I am a little happy it is on Disney Plus, as it is something that will be very enjoyable by a whole family. I wish that I had, people to watch this with, because watching this with other people would be really fun, which is really crazy coming from me. I'm 20 years old, but I really like this film. It's really fun to watch. Definitely watch it with your families if you have the chance. And I'm going to go ahead and give Luca an A. I think this movie could have gotten an A+ if it were just a little bit less obvious about itself. I think that if it didn't try to push itself as to being more of an educational film or more of a political drama, because it kind of had politics in it. There weren't politics, but they very much mirrored politics, which Pixar does a lot, and I appreciate it because I'm older, but I feel like children I feel like children might understand it and then also kind of get driven away by it. Somebody that's a little bit younger than me, but not young enough to be a child. Young teenagers might kind of draw away from that kind of thing. But overall, it's a really solid movie, and I definitely recommend it. It is one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. But that's going to do it for me today. Coming up soon, later on today, we're going to have Peter Rabbit 2, which I also watched yesterday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And then coming up this week, we have a variety of stuff. Continuing a lot of stuff, like the Harry Potter series, of course. Let me get the right page. The Harry Potter series, we have The Best of Times from Robin Williams. We have Cloak and Dagger Season 2 for the MCU. I have Venom coming out on Thursday, because Venom 2 was supposed to come out on Friday. It no longer is, so enjoy the early review of Venom. And then I have Pride and Prejudice for Friday. And Saturday we have a nice little video about educational movies and how they may or may not be educational. So make sure you guys are subscribing and tuning into that. If I do hit 150 subscribers, whenever I do, I'm going to dress up in my Spider-Man onesie and my Spider-Man mask, and I'm going to go to Walmart. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribing, liking the video, and sharing with your friends. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.